Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Boxtrolls, and this movie came out in 2014, and I was not a fan of this movie, unfortunately, and the only reason I checked it out is because I know that it was nominated for Best Picture at the Academy, and now I've seen it, and it's one of those where they just picked it probably because they had no idea what other animated movies came out that year. And the Lego movie was not even nominated that year, but getting a little off topic. The Boxtrolls, it's a story about Boxtrolls, and people don't like them because they think that they're stealing everything, and they're like just thieves and just evil people, and like they're taking children and eating them and stuff like that, and turns out it was just a big misunderstanding the whole time, and they have a kid, a human kid, and they name him Eggs, and some stuff happens, and that's basically the plot of the movie. And the villain of the movie, I just could not take seriously at all. I just found him to be really irritating the entire time. And I didn't really find this movie very funny at all, except for one part. There was one joke that I liked. The rest of the comedy never worked for me, and this movie isn't really trying to be a comedy all that much, but when it does happen, for the most part, it's just cringe and goes on for way too long, and the way jokes are set up and paid off it's way too quick, and not enough time has passed, and it's just a lot of cringe. And the characters in this movie are kind of annoying, and I never liked any of them. And the only scene I kind of liked in the movie was seeing our main character kind of be with his friend, the box troll, who you get the most screen time of. I thought that was the best scene in the movie, but the rest of the movie is just kind of dull and boring, nothing special about it. I love the animation. I think it looks great. It's stop motion animation, and it had a nice look to it, and there was also a bit of a gag toward, like, after the in the mid-credit scene, if you want to call it that. There was one part of the movie, it's just like a little extra, and it was basically just there as a gag, and I thought that was kind of fun. That was a neat idea. But most of the movie is just taking itself very seriously, and I just couldn't get into the tone of the film, or the plot, or anything that was going on, and barely anything happened, and anything that does happen in the movie, it just is rushed over really quickly, and nothing about it is really developed all that well. There were also no performances in this movie that I thought were standout. I thought Nick Frost was kind of fun in the movie. Like, his character was kind of fun, but aside from that, no one else stood out to me as memorable. And there isn't really much else to say about The Boxtrolls. It's just a really bland family movie, and it's got great animation but a really boring story, and there isn't really much else to it. I'm sure you can admire like specific moments and scenes as to like how impressive it would have been to like do it behind the scenes, but unfortunately it just doesn't make up for a really uninteresting story, and there isn't really anything else carrying the movie outside of that. And while there isn't really anything offensively bad about this movie, there's nothing memorable about it, and it's basically just a nothing movie, and I could have just watched nothing for an hour and a half, and it would have been no different. And I kind of just felt like I wasted my time watching this movie. So unfortunately, I cannot recommend that you check this movie out. I just couldn't get into it. The story was boring. I didn't like the characters, and anything that it tried to do, like, which were very few times, where it tried to have some resemblance of a story or characters, it just fell flat on its face, and it never once worked for me. And it has some good stuff, but not enough for me to say it's a good movie. And with all that being said, I'm going to give The Boxtrolls a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of The Boxtrolls, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Rec 2. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.